Meet Shawn Clement, a Canadian golf teacher with a difference. With his distinctive style and ideas, he's amassed a huge following on the internet, with over 34 million views on YouTube. He's now joining Golfing World to help you become a better player. His approach to coaching is unique, and so is his story.
Thank goodness my dad sent me to the Canadian Ski Patrol when I was 17 years old to learn responsibility and leadership. What happened is I fell in love with human anatomy. And because I continued my love for anatomy through my golf teachings, I met the right people. You know, 20% of my students are doctors. And because of that, they kept pointing me in the right direction as far as neurology and the evolution of the human being. And all of a sudden now, we realize, hey, the human being is built this way, don't go against it. The human being is wired this way, don't go against that. And then you're left with something so simplistic, so ridiculously easy. It just boggles the mind compared to what's going on right now. People think, it can't be that easy. It is. We live it every day. We have people coming in, they leave with big smiles on their faces, understanding that they're now capable human beings, instead of being pointed at and said that they're defective and they need some fix of some kind. We're not defective. We're brilliant. We're gravity geniuses. And I'm here to prove it. That's what I do.
Shawn's teaching is influenced by the research of University of Nevada professor Gabrielle Wolfe. Her studies of how human beings learn motor skills have helped him develop special coaching drills that simplify and shift the focus away from the mechanics of the golf swing.
Over the last 20 years, they've shown beyond a shadow of a doubt that we suck at body part positioning. We're terrible at it. We don't, you know, it's not like we can look up above us and see where our body parts are like a puppet master. We are Pinocchio without the strings. And it's time that golf instruction stopped trying to put the strings back on. We don't need them. We just need the right task. And so with her research and her data, I've been able to free myself from all of this craziness of trying to multitask, micromanage body parts, which are hindering you in your progress.
Despite Shawn's interest in anatomy and motor skills, his approach to teaching the game is actually very straightforward. Stop focusing on hitting the ball and keep it simple. And he's incorporated some creative tools to help, from a simple grass cutter to a hockey stick and even a hammer.
Most people don't realize that a golf club is first and foremost designed to cut grass. It's not, I mean, anything can strike a ball. You just need a flat metal surface and you can strike a ball. But if the club can't cut grass and it doesn't have a nice beveled bottom with a certain amount of bounce and it digs too much, you just can't play golf with it. So if you look at the tools that they used to use in the in the turn of the century, they were very thin and very sharp, and that quickly morphed into something with a little bit more round, but it's still sharp enough to cut grass. And so, well, the ball, you know, when we say cutting a daisy, we cut dandelions here, you cut daisies in the UK. So all I'm doing is I'm using the sole of the club to cut through the dandelion stem. So if the sole of the club cuts along the surface of the ground, the ball always meets the center of the club face. So there's never a need to do anything special club face to ball. It's always about the interaction with the turf with the sole of the club on every club. Then people understand how to use the tool and they go, well, this isn't really difficult. You know, I'm just gonna practice my gardening, and the end result is I get to play great golf. Right in the direction of my target. And in the coming weeks, what we're going to be working on is, number one, the different tasks that you're going to need to perform in order to get the ball airborne and towards your target. And once you understand how the tool works, we're going to show you how to not short-circuit yourself. And once you understand how the machine anatomically works, then you're going to go, maybe I shouldn't be using my body parts this way. And then when you understand how we're wired, then you'll realize, oh, maybe I should stop thinking about my body parts and just go ahead and perform this task that Shawn's asking me to do. So I'm never going to show you anything that goes against your anatomy or how you're wired, and I'm going to show you tasks that are going to light you up like you wouldn't believe, and then you're going to realize, gosh, everything's flowing the way it should. And then you put yourself on video and you say, well, I don't have to worry about that, or that anymore. So and then you keep evolving into your task, and you get to get better without having to think about what you're trying to do. And that's the goal. You know, you feel like you're an accomplished human being, and you feel like, hey, if I keep doing this, I can get better. And then you do. It's as simple as that.